technology to the City Council. I am the liaison on that group with CVUSD. And so what my job is to make sure that we have one of each of the native oaks planted on each campus, and that each campus also incorporates oak tree and Thousand Oaks cultural and scientific history into their classrooms. And lastly, I would just like to say that if you want to look at a really good example of how to develop with oak trees, just take a look at the Stonefire Restaurant on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. They have built a beautiful deck all the way around this lovely oak tree, and it's actually the place where everybody wants to be. So there are ways to do this. We don't have to be at odds with each other constructing and saving our oak trees.
Can I add just one other thing? A really perfect example of working around oak trees is the Oaks Mall. There are half a dozen of the most beautiful oak trees in town there.
All right, I think we, okay. Well, we just have time for a few more questions, so this lady had her hand up, and then we'll yes, go ahead.
Are there any more debates, forums, whatever, candidate forums? Is Reverend McCoy still running? I mean, he is still in the mix, right?
Yeah, he's
okay, I know you said 4, and I just wondered if I would get a chance to see him somewhere. Okay.
Why did the Reverend not come today?
Thank you. What?
Why did the Reverend not come today?
I didn't know.
He's traveling.
He's out of town.
That's all I know. I don't know why or for what. But
we've had 6 forums. He's been to 5 of the 6. Sometimes it's unavoidable.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
What plans do you have for transportation in this valley? And will there ever be a trolley up and down Thousand Oaks Boulevard? It's been talked about before, but what are changes that are going to happen, and what would you like to see happen in the future, especially for seniors?
Yeah, I'll say that transportation is very important. We are in the midst of the transit master plan right now that the city's working on. We want to make our transit system more efficient. We just started what's called the East County Transit Alliance, which links Dial-A-Ride with Camarillo, Simi Valley, and Thousand Oaks. So now for $5, you can ride any of those 3 cities and get back again. So Dial-A-Ride's a real good service. I would like to see, though, a little more efficient service that would blend with the current ride-sharing economy. Uber and Lyft. I mean, my kids are using that instead of driving. Yeah, you know, it's a very simple, efficient way to get around, and I have told the staff I want ride-sharing to be incorporated into our transit master plan. Now, there's something called first mile, last mile, where Uber can take you to a transit center and then bring you home, so you can utilize the transit opportunities. There are cases where cities are now contracting with Uber for senior services. It's inexpensive, and you know, I got to tell you, our transit system is probably underutilized. I have to say, because we run fixed routes, and sometimes that's not convenient for people. Uber and Lyft crowdsource their routes. In other words, they go where the people are. They go where the people are. And what would be more, how would your tax dollars better be spent? On a fleet of buses and vans that are being underutilized, or letting the private side take care of this in a much more efficient manner to come right to your door, wherever you are, for a lot cheaper. So this is the kind, I mean, and a lot faster. And a lot faster. You are absolutely right.
Very slow.
Yes, I agree.
Get on there, it's 5 fast as you go.
I agree.
It's like you're on a local subway.
You're right. You don't get to where you want to go in a timely fashion, and we have to work on that, and we are going to work on that. And I'm insistent that we factor in this whole ride-sharing economy. Like I mentioned to you, my daughters are 18 years old. They have a car, and they don't even use it. I get the Uber bills constantly, believe me. It's a great, efficient way to go. I'm not saying it's going to replace mass transit. Believe me, we're going to continue to have our bus service. We continue to have Dial-A-Ride, but we can supplement it with the ride-sharing economy. And this is the way I think the country's going, and Thousand Oaks needs to be aware of that, so.
Yeah, it's a little difficult always going second, because I'd like to echo a lot of what Al said, but maybe even take it a step further. Yeah, the bus system is absolutely not working in Thousand Oaks, and the dial-a-ride, I've heard exactly what you said, but I think it's a much better concept if it can be more vehicles, and we could also incorporate cab companies, and we could incorporate something between the size of a bus and a van, because so many people that are riding, but this is a car city, but seniors and underprivileged are not accessible to cars, but even if they were, to get onto a bus isn't the way to go. I think door-to-door is the way to go. I don't believe a trolley would ever work on the boulevard. It's a nice idea, but there's just simply not enough people to utilize it, and that we'd be better off with special stops with van service, where you could park at the Civic Arts Plaza perhaps, or be dropped off there and be shuttled up and down the boulevard on a call basis, not unlike an Uber service. But yeah, we definitely need to re-examine it. I'm glad the city is. And I've got a long statement on it in the Acorn next week as well.
So I'm the only candidate that actually is a proponent of Measure AA that's going to be on your ballot. And one of the main reasons why I am a proponent of that is because we are sorely lacking in mass transportation in Thousand Oaks. And we hear over and over again, well, people don't use it. Well, they don't use it because it takes, I've heard a mother saying it takes me 3 hours to get to the market round trip. It costs me $4. I can't afford the time, and I can't afford all that money. So we need to make sure that we have this available. I do actually really disagree about the trolleys. I know the city council has said that they do not want to pay for a trolley. I think it is an amazing idea. It is working in Calabasas. It's working in Westlake Village, it's working in Camarillo, and it's working in Oxnard and Ventura. And the thing about the trolleys is that it's a great way to have a public-private investment happen. And so we get a trolley, we put it on Thousand Oaks Boulevard, and it does a loop all the way from the Westlake Promenade. It can go by the library, it can go by the Global Center, the Teen Center. There are people who are less than a mile away from those places that we need. Do you think it would be easier for you if I did not use a microphone?
Just put it a little bit.
No, the mic is good.
away.
Oh, away? Okay. So there are people that live very close, within 1.5 2 miles of the teen center, of the library, of the Global Center, that can't get there. They desperately need the services that are being provided in these places, and they have no way to get there. A free trolley is perfect for that. It's perfect for our seniors, it's perfect for our families. And the other thing that I want to say about this is that right now, our road fund and our sidewalk fund are underfunded by $10.6 million. And by passing Measure AA, we can get $6 million a year in Thousand Oaks in order to fix our roads and our stoplights and our sidewalks. Right now, we have kids walking to school in busy streets with mothers waving brightly colored items so they don't get hit by cars because there's no sidewalks for them. So I think that we really need to take a look at that and make sure that we make that a priority. Thank you.
You wanted to add something about transportation?
Yes, I want to, because my son and I, we actually use public transportation, and Anne knows that, so she's very concerned about it. So if this has nothing to do with you, I mean, when people talk about public transportation, they're not focusing on the people that actually use it in the neighborhoods like Los Feliz, or they're just out of touch with those people. And the transportation, they get a bad rap. They're laying out this plan. They get a bad rap. They're laying out a plan. It's slowly improving because I used to have to take a taxi every time I would go to the store and browse on Thousand Oaks Boulevard home because it was so I would have to wait too long for a bus. I don't have to take a taxi that much anymore. I can catch the bus and go home. And they're getting a bad rap. They're trying to fix it, and there are a lot of people that would like the bus, use the bus. There are a lot of people that would like the trolley, but the city council does not reach out to those people. They'll ignore those people because they're lower social economical area, and it's on Thousand Oaks Boulevard where they're planning to build all this up, but those people are ignored, and I just have an issue with it. You know, if you don't get out and ride the bus, city council, the ones that are on there, get out and ride the bus. Talk to the bus drivers. There's bus driver Craig, he's been driving number 2 since the bus started. Ask them questions about what people need, because the people do talk to the bus drivers. They say, well, why can't there be a bus stop here? You know, so I think the city council needs to get on the bus and get out of their cars and find out what's going on and talk to the people and the drivers that drive the bus. So.
I believe that's all the time we have. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming, and thank you to our candidates. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
Cleaned up the floor on whatever.
Thank you for doing what you're doing. Every day, I think people like you are very good.
I live in Newbury.